Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending today's LEDVANCE product launch of our innovative SYLVANIA new products. My name is Glenn Gracia. I'm head of communications and brand at LEDVANCE. And I, along with my partner in crime, Nick Bono, and our prestigious product managers, will be walking you through some of our great new products that we're looking forward to bringing to the market to help grow your business and your sales. So feel free to, if you have any questions, put them into the chat. Our product managers will be addressing questions at the end of each section. And with that, we'll jump into it. So as you can see here, we've got a full lineup of great new luminaires, tubes, and exciting things to help given the focus on germs and viruses. So rather than me talk about them, let's jump into it with Francisco going through the first new products. Francisco, let me switch over to you. One moment, please. Francisco, you are a go.
Thank you, Glenn. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our February SYLVANIA product launch webinar. My name is Francisco Garza. I am one of the product managers that will be presenting to you today. And I start today's webinar by introducing two outdoor products. The first product I will be showcasing is our new Ultra LED CCT Selectable Canopy. Next slide, please. This Ultra LED square canopy fixture is packed with features and benefits that make it an excellent choice to use where a canopy is needed. Installers will certainly enjoy handling this fixture because of its slim, lightweight design and construction. The fixture comes with a mounting plate that allows easy one-person installation to a junction box, or if a pendant installation is needed, it can be done using a 3/4 inch pipe on the top. If surface conduit is needed for the installation, the fixture provides 4 holes on each side, which are sealed with threaded plugs. With an efficacy of 125 lumens per watt or better, this fixture provides energy savings of over 50% compared to HID fixtures. It holds a DLC premium listing, allowing the end user to enjoy energy rebates where available. This Ultra LED canopy is CCT selectable, using a simple switch that during installation allows the installer to pick between 3000, 4000, or 5000 K CCT. This feature also allows distributors to reduce a reduced number of SKUs. The Ultra LED canopy can also be purchased with either a canopy distribution or a wider garage distribution. And to maximize energy savings, on parking garage application, an optional daylight motion sensor is also available. This IP65 rated canopy comes with a bronze finish, and it's available in 3 wattages, 20, 40, and 60 watt, and can be used in installations with 120 through 277 volt due to its universal voltage driver. Next slide, please. As you can see from this table, we can now see the different products that are available in 20, 40, and 60 watt. The lumen packages for the 20 watt is 2500 lumens, the 40 watt 5000 lumens, and the 60 watt 7500 lumens. You can also see that it's an 80 CRI product, so it provides crisp natural color to the areas that you're illuminating this. And the life rating comes with 100,000 hours L70. Based on the nomenclature, you can see that if you're looking for a canopy fixture, right at the back of the nomenclature, you'll see a C5, which stands for Canopy Type 5 distribution, or a G5, which stands for a Garage Type 5 distribution. And as I mentioned before, for the garage fixtures, there's an optional daylight motion sensor that's available using the \D at the end. It is 0 to 10 volt dimmable, so if you want to use that with third-party control systems, you can also take advantage of that. Next slide. The UltraLED CCT selectable canopy will replace our current 10-inch Canopy 3A fixture. And as you can see, a single 4A canopy SKU will replace several of the older Canopy 3A SKUs because it does have the CCT selectable feature on it. It also expands from our previous family that only included 4,000 and 5,000K to now include a 3,000K option as well. So we'll be phasing out the 3A and phasing in the 4A canopy as a replacement. Next slide, please. And finally, as I described before, this canopy fixture really it's a nice flexible type of canopy. It allows for easy, quick one-man installation to junction box or pendant mounting. It maximizes any rebates that are available due to its DLC premium listing. And with efficacies of 125 lumens per watt, the customer can certainly expect energy savings over 50% compared to traditional HID fixtures. Flexibility is done based on its CCT selectable feature that allows a field decision, if necessary, of selecting which CCT you want to use. And finally, it is available with a parking garage or canopy distribution. So this fixture is pretty flexible on any type of canopy installation that is required.
Thank you, Francisco. We do have some questions in. If you have any questions, please direct them to me, Nick Bono. I'll be taking the questions and relaying them to the product managers. So first one, Francisco, are the screws on the lens tamper-proof?
They're not tamper-proof. They're stainless steel screws.
Okay. Another question, is there an integral EM capability?
This fixture, due to the size, there's not an option for internal emergency battery backup system available at this time. We are developing a system that could be attached externally for this type and size of fixture.
Okay, and one more. Does this come in a round shape, not just square?
It's only available in square. We're working on other canopy in the near future that is looking into round canopies as well.
Okay, that's all the questions for right now.
Thank you. So I guess we can go to the next product. Yes, thank you. The second product I will be presenting is our new UltraLED CCT selectable mini wall pack that is shown here. Next slide, please. This mini wall pack is also like a previous product, also packed with features and benefits, and it's ideal where a lower wattage wall-mounted fixture is needed around the building. Just like the canopy I presented before, it is CCT selectable. Also, like the canopy, during installation, the installer can easily use the internal switch to pick between 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000K. This feature also allows, in this case, distributors to hold the reduced number of SKUs for this type of product. Installers will enjoy handling this wall pack due to a slim, lightweight design and IP65 construction. The fixture comes with a UV stabilized polycarbonate front lens cover and a detachable die-cast aluminum backplate that allows easy one-person installation to junction boxes. Also, if surface conduit is needed for the installation, the fixture provides two holes which are sealed with threaded plugs, one on each side of the fixture. Due to its 80+ CRI, colors are reproduced nicely and with an efficacy of 130 lumens per watt or better. This fixture provides energy savings of over 50% compared to HID or CFL fixtures. It holds a DLC premium listing allowing the end user to enjoy energy rebates where available. Our UltraLED mini wall pack comes with an integral daylight photosensor standard in the fixture. The photosensor can be easily disconnected during installation if this function is not needed. To maximize energy savings, this most daylight feature also increases the energy savings when using the photo control. This mini wall pack comes with a bronze finish and is available in 2 wattages, which are 15 and 30 watt, and can be used in installation of 120 through 277 volts. Next slide, please. Here you can see the product that's available. So it's a 15 watt and a 30 watt, producing 1950 lumens on the 15 watt and 3900 lumens on the 30 watt. It is 130 lumens per watt with a life rated of 150,000 hours L70. And as I mentioned before, it does have an 80 plus CRI, and it's dimmable via 0 to 10 volt leads that you can use with a control system or anything that might require that feature to be used. So it's fully dimmable. It is wet rated. It's actually IP65 wet rated. So you can certainly use this fixture without any issues outside any type of building. Next slide. The key takeaways on this product, just like on the Canopy fixture, is that with this IP65 rated body and the aluminum backplate that it's provided, it's really easy to install by a single person. That actually reduces installation and maintenance costs. The DLC listing premium rating maximizes any rebates that are available in the area, and the efficacy of 100 plus lumens per watt, 130 plus lumens per watt, allows for savings of over 50% compared to traditional HID or CFL fixtures. The feature of being CCT selectable obviously provides great flexibility, not only for distributors, but also in the field. So you can pick and choose the CCT that is desired right there during installation. High color rendering also provides excellent color reproduction. So any object that's being illuminated by the fixture will look natural and be presented nicely to any person looking at that. And finally, the photo sensor that's included in all fixtures as standard provide energy savings. As I mentioned before, if you don't need that feature, it can be easily disconnected from the fixture during installation. Nick, I think that's my last slide. So if there's any questions, please let me know.
Yep, there's one question on the mini wall pack. Is this currently available in white, or will it be in the future?
At the moment, we're looking at stocking the bronze color. We'll be obviously taking a look at the request from the field, and we're open to taking a look at different color options in the future.
Okay, awesome. Those are the only questions that I see right now. Thank
Perfect.
you, Francisco.
You're welcome. With that, I want to say thank you to everybody for your attention, and I'll hand it off to Pablo Sandoval.
Hey, Francisco, thank you so much. Okay, so welcome everybody, and thank you so much for being here. It's my pleasure to just present you the new launches that we have prepared for March. So let's start. Okay, as the first launch that we have prepared for you is the puff ceiling new line. So as you can see, this new line is for our UltraLED family. I don't know if you remember, but we have 3 segmentation for our products: UltraLED, also high performance LED, and also value LED. So this category is fit into UltraLED. So we can see here, we are just focusing, of course, a modern design, a lower profile of the luminaire. And of course, as you can see, the diffuser is worked in polycarbonate just to avoid to be yellow with the time, you know, and also have a better light distribution. So here we are managing two sizes, 11 inches and also 15 inches. And the reason why we are considering this kind of product as ultralight, it's because it is not CCT selectable. As you can see here, we have like single CCT. You can choose between 3000K or 4000K. And the voltage is here in 120 volts. Can we pass to the other slide, please? Yeah, so here we have, as you can see, four nades, two nades for the two color options in 15 watts, and also other two in the other two option color selectables in 21 watts. So the lumen package here is for our 11 inches, one is 1050, and for the 15 inches, we got 1500 lumens. And the real life, of course, here is 50,000 hours. And of course, this product is Energy Star certified. So, okay, please, let's move to the other one. So the main point for this new category, ultralight pop ceiling, of course, we want to be price competitive. So that's why we are launching this kind of product with a single CCT. Of course, this kind of product needs to be dump rated. So if you wanted to set this kind of product like in a bathroom, you have no problems with the dump. It is surface mounting, of course. It is dimmable, triac dimmable, because it is 120 volts. And the way of electrical installation is hardwired.
All right, thank you, Pablo. There are no questions on the ultralight puff ceiling right now, but I do want to mention that this presentation will be available next week to everybody. So yeah, keep going, Pablo.
Great, thank you. So the next one, it's from the same family of pop ceiling, but this kind of product is high performance LED. So let's see the differences that we have here. As you can see here, we have the same size in 11 inches, the same wattage package in this kind of product. And the lumen output is a little bit bigger with 1100 lumens. But here, the main difference is the CCT selectable that we have for this kind of product. So this is one of the differences that you are going to look in this product. So you have, of course, from 2700 lumens to 5000 lumens. So this is the range of the CCT. And of course, you have also here the T24 certified. So this is CEC compliant. So that's the main differences that you are going to look in this kind of high performance family. Yes, so as I told you, that here we have like one nade available for April, but we are just waiting for the new launchings. So let's wait for 3 other nades that we are going to talk later. So here you can see the CCT package, the lumens, and the radial life, as I told you. And also, this is Energy Star and T24, as I told you before. Next slide, please. Yes, this product, of course, is also face cut dimmable as the other one, as we see. The 5 CCT selectable, of course, it is damp rated, and it is also surface mounting, and it is hardwired electrical connection.
All right. Thank you, Pablo. We do have a couple questions. So the slim puff, is that okay to be inside of a shower?
Yes, you have no problem with this because this is damp rated. So what you need to be careful is not to be, let's say, in the water, maybe in the rain. But if you just set this in a bathroom, it's perfect. No worries. You have no electrical problems with the product.
Okay, awesome. And then also with the ultralight puff, is this California Title 20 compliant?
No, the ultralight version is just Energy Star, but all of our high performance products are CC compliant.
Okay, that's all for now.
Thank you. Okay, so the next one is the Saturn Ring Selectable. It is from our high performance LED family as well. So please, next slide. Yeah, here, of course, the same thing. We are just focusing now in like a nice design of the product. You can see that the product it's really nice. We are looking for slimmer versions, you know. So the version that we have here is 12 inches. Also, as this is high performance LED family, it needs to be 5 CCT selectable. And as I told you before, this is for sure Energy Star, but also CEC compliant as well. If you see maybe a product that is from our Ultra LED family, maybe it is not gonna be CEC compliant. But if the product is in high performance LED, you can be sure that it is gonna be CEC compliant. So here we have the wattage in 15 watts. The lumen output in 1050 lumens, and of course the CCT selectable. The voltage is in 120 watts, and the warranty in 5 years. Next slide, please. Yes, so as I told you, this product it's gonna be available, I think, in April. So maybe not maybe, it's a fact that we are going to have this product in the first week of April. And as I told you, the wattage, the CCT selectable, the same range as the ceiling family. And well, the radial life is the same, 50,000 hours. It is Energy Star and CEC compliant, as I told you before. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this product is also phase cut dimmable, CCT selectable in 5 options. It is dump rated as well, so if you want to set this product into a shower as well, it can be done without any problem. It is surface mounting. You have here a hardwire electrical connection, and the finishing for the product is satin nickel structure. And the diffuser, it's polycarbonate as well as sealing.
Okay, thank you. We do have a few questions. Before we get to the sound ring, there was one extra question about the puff ceiling. Are those okay in closets?
Yeah, it is. It has the closet rating, so no problem.
Okay, awesome. All right, and a couple questions on the Saturn ring. Does this fixture light up evenly on the surface and across the surface?
Sorry, Nick, I lost the last part. Can you repeat?
Yeah, yep. So does the Saturn ring light up evenly on the surface and across the surface?
Yes, in both parts.
Okay, awesome. And then also, can the CCT be selected on the app or only with dip switches?
Well, the CCT selectable, you have a switch in the back of the product talking about the Saturn ring or also the pop ceiling. The switch is in the back of the product, so you need to select your CCT before installing the product in the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just one more that actually is going back to the puff ceiling. It says it used to be shower had to be wet location rated, not damp. It has that changed?
Well, you have for this at least you need to have an IP44 to be damp rated. So I think for shower the certification that you need for this kind of product is just IP44. So that's what we got for this kind of products. That's why we just name this kind of products damp rated and not wet rated, because when you are wet rated, you need at least an IP65, you know, just to can be like the product in on the drain. So for damp rated for shower applications, you just need like the IP44. So that's why we got here for this product, and that's why this is damp rated. So I can ensure that you have no problem in the shower applications.
Okay, and as you were saying, it's not directly hitting the lamp, and that's why it's damp rated. That's why it's okay.
Yes.
Okay. We do have another question from the Saturn ring. Do they come in other sizes than presented, like a 16-inch?
Yes, yes. Actually, we have like a more versions for this kind of products that we are just gonna launch, I think, in June. So I can tell you, we are going to have this size also. 16 inches.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that looks like all of the questions right now. Thank you.
Great. Thanks to you. Yes. Okay. Here we have our high performance slim down and selectable family. So please, let's move to the next slide. Yes, here you can see we have like 4 different sizes for this product: 5 inches, 7 inches, 9 inches, and 12 inches. Each of these kind of sizes has each own way of installation. So talking about, for example, 5 inches, you got like the clips, like the mounting clips for the installation. For 7 and 9, you have like the torsion rings for the installation. And for 12 inches, like this is a really heavy product. You need just to mount this with the mounting plate. So that's how you do the installation of this kind of products. Of course, it is as well 5 CCT selectable. The CRI needs to be high in this kind of product, so it is higher than 90. And a great thing here is that we got a dual installation. So you can also make a hardwire installation, but even if you have like not new construction, you can just make the screw-based installation. So of course, this kind of product comes with a wire nuts. So the installation from hardwire to screw-based, it's really, really easy. You can do it by yourself, I think, and there is no issue. Yes, so that's the point here in this slide. Please, let's move to the another one. Yes, so the lumen packages. We have, of course, the 4 versions. So we got for 650, 850, 1200 lumens, and 1500 lumens. The Ray Lab is the same as this is from high performance LED family, 5000 hours. And of course, this is Energy Star also and CEC compliance, since this is for our high performance LED family. Next one, please. Yeah, so you can see better here, like the accessories that we have for the installation, the torsion springs, the mounting clips, and also the mounting plate for the different sizes of our versions. So what it's important you to know, it's that this can be RISC-SCAN installed or also JBox installation. So you have no problems between these both kind of installations. The product it's dimmable. The product it's 120 volts. So the dimmability it's triac, and this kind of product it's wet rated. And yes, that's all. Any questions here?
I do not see any questions right now, so you're good to move on.
Great. And here, this kind of family that I really like a lot, this like decorative version. So this kind of product is our high performance LED vanity product. Of course, this is for, sorry, yeah. Great. So this family comes in 2 sizes, 2 foot or 3 foot. This is for sure 5 CCT selectable as well. The CRI it's higher than 90. This is for sure Energy Star certified and also CEC compliant. So let's move for the next one, please. Yes, so as you can see, the wattage is the same for both sizes, 28 watts, and the lumen package is still the same, 2100 lumens. What we want to do here, it's just to have like 2 different sizes, the best seller for this kind of products, but with the same, let's say, energy consume and also the lumen output. The radial life is also 50,000 hours, and this is Energy Star and CEC compliant as well. Next one, please. So yeah, you can see the both sizes that we have, 2 foot and 3 foot, the 5 CCT selectable as well. This product needs to be also wet rated. This is wet rated, but the installation or the application for this kind of products used to be indoor. So that's the point. You can use, for example, this kind of product in the bathroom as well, but this is wet rated. So maybe if it is an outdoor application, it would be fine as well. But the used application for this kind of product is indoor. So the way of application is wall mounting. It is dimmable. It is hardwire electrical installation. The diffuser is in polycarbonate, and the structure of the product is satin nickel.
All right, thank you. Looking at the questions, there's only one, the due date for the slim down light, and I can take that. So that will be available by the beginning of April. And that's
Yes.
all the questions I see so far.
Yes, to be honest, this product is going to be ready by the last week of March, but yes, you can consider it completely for the first week of April.
Okay, there's actually one more in here. Does a vanity fixture meet any of the major hotel chain specs for retro?
I think I need to check that spec and send it to you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, please.
Let's see. So another question, the puff and ring fixture are not Title 20, only Title 24?
Yes, these kind of products just have the Title 24 because of the way of construction and design, and as it is a luminaire, we just can have this T24. So not T20 available for this kind of products.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I think there's just one more. Can the vanity be mounted vertically as well as horizontally?
Yes, you can get the both kind of applications, no worries.
Okay, and that's all that I see right now.
That's great. So thanks so much for your time. And of course, if you have any doubt, please do not hesitate to contact me, and I will be available to resolve your doubts. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Grimalak. I'm actually one of the product managers covering for Ollie Richard while she's on maternity leave. But today we'll be talking about the LED lamps and their new line extensions with the new CCT offerings in a variety of portfolios. You can go to the next slide. So I know this is a little bit of an eye chart, but just to briefly go over the products. Anything that you see highlighted in this dark gray color are the new CCTs being offered. And then to reiterate what colors that we currently have, broken down by shape. So for the A19s within the natural series, the new color temperatures that we're offering are the 3000, 35, and 4000 K, but they're only going to be offered in the frosted finish. Similar with the PAR 38s, we're only going to be offering the new color temperatures in 35 and 4000 K to the 90 and 120 watt PAR 38s. And as you can see, we have the Ultra A line and Ultra HO reflectors with their extended colors as well. You can go to the next slide. And again, sorry for a lot of details on this slide, but just to clarify, so some product we already have in stock. Others we're going to be seeing arrive up through the end of June, or I'm sorry, through the end of July. So some of them have various availability dates. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to either myself or Emily Sue or your sales rep. Go to the next slide. Same thing with the contractor series / 10-year value product, as well as the high lumen. you can see that they're, again, different color temperatures are being extended to different product types. For the BR30 100 watt, it is the Night Chaser family that is getting the 4,000 and 5,000 K. Everything else, again, just to reiterate what we have already versus what's coming out, and within the Eco-LED family as well. And yep, next one. Yep, and then same thing with this. We have a couple of the products already available. Others are coming again through the end of July, so just something to be cognizant of. But yeah, like I said, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out and we can get you the information that you need. Marketing materials are getting updated to reflect the new products as well.
Okay. And this is Nick. So we do have just one question right now. Is there plans to have any B10s in 3,000 or 4,000 K? And if so, frosted or clear?
That's a good question. I've been working off of Ollie Richards' notes while she's been on maternity leave, so that will have to be a bigger discussion. But
I can jump in on that one. We're actually looking to launch the B10 in the Eco-LED family in the 4,000 K.
Okay.
You can see on the slide right there. Yeah.
Okay, and one more. If you could just briefly touch upon the main difference between what the Contractor series and the Eco-LED lamps. What's that difference?
so the Eco-LED product is a 7-year product. Contractor series is a 10-year product.
Very slight lumen changes, probably but mostly just a lifetime.
Okay. And that's all the questions I see right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alex Strong. I'm the product manager for the tube category. So today I'm going to introduce this new product. It's a substitute 24 watt LED T5HO. Next slide. So this is a new addition to our substitute family, which means it's a UL Type A product. It's a plug-and-play solution, and it's compatible with select program rapid start electronic T5HO ballast with input voltage of 120 to 277, as well as 347 volt. Now, compared to the old generation, the bare lamp wattage is 1 watt lower. It's 24 watts versus 25. And you get up to 54% energy savings when compared to traditional 54 watt T5HO fluorescent lamps. When, depending on the ballast, the system efficacy, you can get up to 129 lumens per watt, and the product is DLC listed. It's available in 4 color temperatures, 3,000 Kelvin all the way up to 5,000 Kelvin. And depending on the color temperature, the lumen package, you'll get a range from 3,350 to 3,500 lumens. Everything else is pretty much the same in terms of performance as the 25 watt. Next slide, please. This is the phase out and phase in models or products. You can get an idea. Basically, we're switching from a generation 7 to the Gen 8. And all of this will be available end of February. Next slide, please. The key takeaways, like I mentioned before, this is a new generation with improved circuitry. So for better performance while reducing the energy consumption, 24 watt versus 25. It's DLC listed, so you can maximize your rebate opportunities. And it is going to be available end of this month. And next slide, please. Oh, sorry. Any questions before we move on to this one?
I currently do not see any questions in the chat as of now.
Okay. So next, I have Anil, Janet, and Jennifer to help me walk you guys through the slides on our new UV Light Fight UVC-T8 lamps and ballasts. And Anil, if you can help me with the introduction of the technology and the background information on these products.
Perfect. Thanks, Alex. Good morning, all. This is Anil Jaswani. I'm an engineering manager. So today we are very happy to talk about our offering of UVC lamps and ballast system delivering 254 nanometer wavelength, which is very, very timely for this pandemic situation, very useful. So today in the market, we find diverse types of disinfecting and sanitizing products being offered with different technologies, which operate in different regions of the electromagnetic spectrum. Here we see the spectrum here where we have this visible range covering between 380 to 770 nanometers. There are some products being offered, disinfecting products in, for example, even SYLVANIA is offering light shield in the visible range. There are other providers such as Vital VO, violet blue light, etc., which operate in this visible zone, which can operate continuously. The next key segment for disinfection or the germicidal action is this ultraviolet band, which goes from 100 to 400 nanometers. This ultraviolet is subdivided into four categories: UVA, UVB, there's UVC, and the vacuum UV. There are different technologies offered in all these segments, but primarily in UVC, that's the prime for germicidal action. So the first thing is the 254 nanometers are offering. This is the low pressure mercury lamps. This has been there for a long time. It is very, very effective. There are other technologies as well, such as excimer lamps, which generate 222 nanometers, which were relatively recently introduced. And also there's UVC LEDs at 275 nanometer wavelength. UVC LEDs are evolving, but not there yet. It's still very cost prohibitive to achieve the desired disinfection at larger scales. So as you can see in this chart on the right, the germicidal UVC refers to this ultraviolet radiant energy to inactivate bacteria, mold, spores, fungi, or viruses. Typically, we say that UVC is very, very potent, low wavelength, high energy. It has the ability to kill most of the bacteria and inactivate viruses. Typically, we say inactivate viruses because viruses are not living organisms, so we call them inactivations. So at a microscopic level, this energetic UVC photons photochemically interact with this RNA and DNA molecules inside the virus or the bacteria to render them non-infectious. The chains are broken, they're not able to replicate or duplicate. So basically you are either disinfecting or sterilizing it. So here you can see the microscopic levels very low. Viruses are less than 1 micron size, and the bacteria typically between 0.5 to 5 micron size. Nick, if you can move to the next, please. Thank you. Wanted to some of the key facts of this UVC lamp technology. This has been available extensively for more than 40 years. A lot of great research has been already done. So this is available for disinfecting water, air, in pharmaceutical industries, and with solving all this whole suite of human pathogens where we don't need them. So it's been there for a long time. And all these bacteria and viruses tested to date, there are hundreds of them. We'll see that list in the next slide. They do respond to UVC disinfection very positively. Generally, UVC disinfection is often used with other technologies in a multi-barrier approach to ensure that whatever pathogen is killed or not killed by one method. For example, if you have the filtration system in place, it does not do 100%. So basically, you also use, say, technologies like UVC lamps to totally inactivate. So you achieve a high degree of sanitization or sterilization. UV light inactivates COVID-19 viruses and other two coronaviruses that are near relatives of COVID-19 viruses, such as SARS-CoV-1 or MERS-CoV. So this UVC technology is really important, and a lot of good information and literature is already available. Next slide, please. Here we will see some of the key terms that are used with this particular technology. For the UVC output of the lamps, we still express them in watts. The irradiation density is basically the intensity of energy, UVC energy that's available. So if you're closer to the source, the higher the intensity. As you go away from it decreases pretty rapidly. And one of the key terms that you will hear in this disinfection with the sources, radiation dosage. Sometimes it is also referred to as fluence. So this radiation dosage is the irradiation density times the exposure time. So this is now expressed in joules per meter square. So the chart that you see on the right is widely available in the literature. There's hundreds of pathogens or microorganisms that have been already studied. So let's take an example here. In this list, we see on the left first column here, they say E. coli. It says 45. That is the radiation dosage that is needed to inactivate E. coli for 90% rate, basically. So you will see a table on the left here. You also see what is the degree of inactivation on the x-axis. So for medical applications, typically you want to have sterilization, say 99.99 and above. So you need to use this factor of 4. So you take the value from the table on the right, which is 45 times 4. This is 180 joules per meter square. So this is what the radiation dosage is needed for you to inactivate E. coli. And to put that in perspective a little bit more, with the recent testing done on coronaviruses, the latest COVID-19, we have a number of 106 joules per meter square of radiation dosage of fluence needed to inactivate coronaviruses. That's 290%. So with that, we'll move to the next slide, and I'll request Alex to help with some product details here.
Thank you, Anil, for the background information and the technology information. Getting to the key features and benefits, I just want to reiterate that our UV light fight UVC lamps produce high UVC radiance at 254 nanometers for effective surface disinfection or purification of air and water, right? And it's great for many applications, including hospitals, universities, laboratories, water treatment facilities, as well as specially designed HVAC systems. This is a light, so obviously it's a chemical-free method of disinfection. And because it is at 254 nanometers, it doesn't produce any ozone. Ozone is harmful to your lungs when you breathe them in, can cause respiratory issues and problems. And it's a high efficiency product. 30% of the UVC output you can achieve with our lamps. And effective disinfection over the lamp life, 80% UVC maintenance at 70% rated life. And our lamps are rated at 10,800 hours, and it has a 1-year warranty on the lamp. Next slide, please. So we have 3 lengths available, 1.5 foot, and a 3 foot and a 4 foot, and multiple wattages. So for the 18 inches or the 1.5 foot, we have 15 and 25 watt. For the 3 foot, we have a 30 watt and a 55 watt. And the 4 foot, we have 36 and 75. I won't get into the details, but obviously you can see the UVC output there, also the distance and the intensity, wattage over meter square. And all of this will be available end of March, but not all products will be available. I'm sorry, let me restate that. Most of the products will be available end of March. We do have some of the wattages that are on the way, but they're not available yet. Next, we'll go to the ballast information, and Janet will cover this for you guys.
Thank you, Alex. My name is Janet Milias, and I'm the product manager for Ballast and Driver. And today I'm presenting our new line of UV light fight ballasts. So with UVC lamps, good compatible ballast is essential to achieve the degree of disinfection that's needed. So in order to get the correct radiant output, you need the right ballast. If you were to use, for instance, a typical fluorescent ballast, you may turn the lamp on, but you're not guaranteed to have the level of radiance or irradiance needed for disinfection purposes. And you also want to select your ballast carefully in order to maintain or optimize the life of your lamps. So what Ledvance has here is a complete system, as we also provide ballast to operate the lamps that Alex presented. Those have been tested with our lamps. We have radiometric reports and IES file available. And those ballasts are program start ballast. So by being a program start, they extend the lamp lifetime compared to instant start ballasts, which means you can use them for long and short switching cycles. And that it's important because that means that this is ideal for use with motion sensor for safe UVC operation. So you can install a motion sensor. When motion is detected, the lamps will turn off because with UVC, you need to take precaution. This is a hazardous light, and you should not be exposed to it. So having program start ballast makes it ideal. So those ballasts are universal voltage 120 to 77. They UL class P. They also type CC, and the ballasts that have lead wires are also rated type HL for hazardous location. Other features are inherent thermal protection and lamp end of life protection, and they are rated 50,000 hours and with a 5-year standard warranty. Next slide, please. All right, so we're launching 5 ballasts to begin with. Most of them are your linear black can with lead wires, except the ballast for the 15-watt lamp, which is a compact can F-style with terminal blocks. So you push in the wires, they don't come in with the lead wires. I'll go over what ballast is available for white lamp in next slide, but I want to point out to you the nomenclature that we're using. In particular, the purple portion where we say either 1x, 2x, 1-2x, or 3-4x, that's the number of lamps that you may use with the ballast. So for instance, if it says 1-2x, it means you can use it with either 1 or 2 lamps. But if it only says 2x, you cannot delamp. You have to use them for 2 lamps. This information is available in the PIB. Next slide, please. So here's our offering. So we have ballast for the 15-watt, the 30-watt, the 36-watt, and the 55 and 75-watt lamps. For the 15-watt, it's a 2-lamp ballast. For the 30, 55, and 75, it's a 1-lamp ballast. And for the 36-watt, which we believe it's one of the most popular lamp, you either have a 1 or 2 lamp ballast or a 3 or 4 lamp ballast. At this time, we're still assessing the market demand for the 25-watt lamp. So this is what I had. Oh, so I'm sorry. Next slide. There's one more slide. All right. So it's to reiterate that we have tested the lamps with the ballast. We have available UVC radiometric report and IES file. This was done with testing a full load of lamps. So meaning, for instance, if you can use 4 lamps on the ballast, we put 4 lamps in the measuring equipment. Once this is put in the fixture, most of the UVC fixture have been designed to have maybe reflectors or the mean to even enhance how much UVC irradiance you will end up in your surface. So those numbers are a minimum irradiance, if you will. And with that, we do have Jennifer Darling with us today to talk a little bit about some regulatory information of UVC, considering that is a pretty specialized field.
If you can, if you can advance the slide, that'd be great. Thanks. Hi, I'm Jen Dolan. I'm the head of government affairs. I only have a couple slides just to give you a quick summary of the regulatory status of these products and where we stand with our lamps. UVC lamps, and as well as luminaires, but we're talking lamps here, are considered pesticide devices. And that's in the US and in Canada. In the US, they're governed by the US Environmental Protection Agency. And the registration of pesticide devices is not required, but the facility in which they are manufactured, regardless of location around the world, is required. There are also labeling requirements and guidelines for claims, warnings, cautions, etc. Anything that is considered a pesticide device by the US EPA must be registered in the 7 states and Washington, D.C. that you see in the second row. So these agricultural agencies in those states do require registration, and they also require efficacy data to support the claims that are being made. In Canada, there's a whole other situation for pesticide devices. However, that is only for anything that makes a claim on the packaging. So our lamps don't have any particular claims on the packaging. They're just straight up UVC lamps. But anyone who was to take our lamps and ballast, put them in a luminaire, that would be subject to regulation in Canada, and registration would be required. That's a much more involved process that can take up to 15 months. On the right-hand side, you can see that there is a lot of attention right now in the US and Canada about UVC lighting products. On the bottom right, just to show you that EPA has issued a compliance advisory. This is actually the second one they've issued about UVC. And on the top, sort of in the middle there, the picture is a recent clip from Canadian news. I'm not sure which channel, but they were talking about how most of the disinfecting devices up in Canada have not been registered, and that's becoming a problem. So they are, there's a lot more oversight and a lot more scrutiny and attention being placed on these products. However, the good news is in the next slide. So if somebody could advance, and that is that our products are in full compliance, or on their way to full compliance. So in the US, we have our EPA establishment number. So our facility has been registered. It is put on the the packaging, the wrapper, etc. So we're all set there. All of the warnings and cautions, and the risk level, everything that we need to place on the packaging, on the product, we're all set. We have registered in the 7 states in DC. That, as you saw in the previous slide, can take several months. So we've started to get some registrations completed and approved. The rest will take a little bit more time, but we do fully expect those to come through in the time frame prior to launch. And then in Canada, as I mentioned, we do not make any disinfecting, pesticide, germicidal claims. These are straight up UVC lamps. So they're not required to be registered. Again, if anyone who is taking our lamps and ballasts and putting them in a luminaire, that would be subject to all of these regulations. And that is it for me.
Thank you, Jen. We do have some questions, so I'll just go right through them. Does the use on a non-UVC ballast void a lamp warranty?
That's an excellent question.
So the answer, I think, is yes, because we don't know what the performance would be, what kind of stress would be on the lamp. So since we don't know, it will be hard for us to give a warranty on the unknown ballasts.
Okay. Another question, since fluorescent fixtures are becoming extinct, will you have fixtures you can supply to carry these lamps?
So at this stage, we only selling lamps and ballasts, no fixtures.
Okay. Let's see. Are the ballasts CSA approved?
They are.
Yes. Okay. Another question. Are we going to have a 2-foot version? I'm assuming the lamps.
At this point, no.
At this point, no. Okay. And lastly, what kind of time frame is required for efficacy of virus eradication? Is it instant as soon as the surface is illuminated or irradiated?
Good question. So it depends on the pathogen. So as we were showing in the table here, so you have to go through that and you can actually quickly calculate how much time it needs. And many of them is just instantaneous, but sometimes depending on the pathogen and your distance you are keeping away, it may be a few seconds to 1 minute or so.
Okay. Awesome. That's the only question that I see. There were a couple of questions that we missed that we will provide answers to as well as this presentation. And if there are any other questions, please follow up with your local Leadland sales rep. Glenn? Adesso ti altro.
Concludes our product launch. Thank you very much. We hope that if anyone is impacted by the severe weather that's occurring, we hope you and your family are safe and well. And thank you very much once again for being a trusted Leadvance partner, and have a great day.
Hey, Emily. How are you? That's good.
Francisco and Pablo, you're not on mute.
Yeah, it's always better. What's up?